Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're up and running. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this guy, Rodri, is a player I like a lot, and he's someone who quietly gets on with his job by doing a lot of the simple things exactly right. His game's all about playing short balls, forming triangles, and his speed of thought is actually quite impressive, and it often keeps him away from trouble.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so... Can he finish? One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Mignon claims comfortably. And now a sudden chance to counter. Wirtz tries to pass it through, and he's quick to snatch it back. Oh, good-looking ball. Wirtz, Nuno Mendes. He's being chased here by an unwelcome guest. Ekitike. And here's the chance to counter. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Bellingham. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. It's a really well-measured ball. Shot could be on. Oh, whistle's gone. Now then. Well, the referee has given a free kick just outside the box. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Mbappe. Bellingham did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party over. Chance! Sticks it away! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And that's gone loose. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bellingham. Now it's Rashford. Hazard. And it's Camavinga. Pass somewhat off target. Mbappe could complete a hat-trick here, Jim. What do you reckon?
Well, I think he's got every chance, and he's got plenty of time too to get his third. And the way he's gone about this match, he looks very much like he could even end up getting more. He's full of hunger and running.
Lovely, now then. Oh, shooting chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game? They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease...
Great chance! He's got a goal! Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass. perfectly delivered.
Ekitike! They've scored! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. We have got ourselves a game here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Bellingham stood his ground strongly. Bellingham. Wasn't easy on the eye, but it's done its job. Nicely weighted ball. Azar plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. This looks promising. Oh, what has happened here?
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Now, can they get him away? Crosses, climbs up big! It's bounced back off the post. Tacho gets across to intercept that. Half-time getting close now. And it's Wirtz. Good running, strong and purposeful. But that has not gone well. Bellingham. Wirtz. Oh, super ball. And that is masterful defending. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. He's had a shot! Engages and forces him off the ball.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Hazard. Can he get it through? And it's made its way to him. Bellingham. That's Wirtz. And he's had it nicked away. Rodri. He's a sharp little ball here. Long ball by the goalkeeper. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. Well, time to catch your breath after a manic first half. Goals, goals and more goals, but only one between them. And we're off again. Now it's Wirtz. Nuno Mendes. Great defending, strong and determined. Mendes is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Now there's and a shot! And yes, it's there! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment. And a chance! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Wirtz. Rodri. And it's Wirtz. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Bellingham. Pass is just off target.
We're in for an intriguing second half now. Contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Camavinga. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
The attendance for this match was
Here's Rodri.
80,314.
Guardiola. Passing is crisp and sharp. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nice cross. It's a mighty effort! That's a risky ball, you've got to say. That'll be a throw-in. Wirtz. And it's Otto. And it's Wirtz. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now Otto. Oh, good spread. Played back in. Can he get on the end of this? Camavinga.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Looking to play him in. Rodri. Marquinhos. Guardiola is the team's great visionary. Ekitike. Big chance! Big chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Number 6.
So, third corner of the game.
Number 22. Hazard.
Arsenal
Number
given another
23,
corner.
Wirtz. Coming on the field.
So their
Number
fourth corner of the
17,
game.
Number 9. Messi. Number 13. Gabriel Martinelli.
And now they can spring out of defence. That's an excellent interception.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Mbappe goes steaming forward. Oh, he's found support out wide. Martinelli will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Paz.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Otto. And that's been intercepted. And it's Camavinga. Camavinga. He's given the time to pick a pass. Stood up well to him there. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nuno Mendes.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Martinelli. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. Threads one in. Spread out to the left. Wirtz gets into some space. Well, the defence proved infallible then. And that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Martinelli. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Bellingham cuts out the pass. That has been cut short. And that's that. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So off we go then. Botafogo have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defence.
Best! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Best? Neither of these two want to come off second best. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I don't think you're going to get many defenders who are as good as this fella, Koundé. When it comes to building from the back, I mean, he's always boasted impressive forward passes, where you see him hit the front line with diagonals, switch play. He's got a great, varied passing game, but I really have been surprised at how good a ball carrier he is.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass to it, did he?
Veron. Azar. Oh, good-looking ball. Still goalless at the moment. Well, that looks a decent ball. And it's Veron. Bellingham. That's a good ball. Good challenge. Excellent challenge. So, what can they make of this? Rodri. Guardiola. Bellingham. Played out towards the right wing. Azar conjures time and space where few can. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And that is out of play. Looking for the run. Vitz. Guardiola is always looking to break lines. Out to the left it goes. Robson. Distributed tidily. Gets a good foot in there. Azar. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And the through ball. And now they can clear their lines. Getting on for a third of the way through the game.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Great vision. And he plays one through. He could be in here. Chance! And he's done it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
He's found the way through. That's the keeper's ball. Can he spark a counter here? Howson does well to get it back.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Hazard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Bojan. Odo. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Nice interception, well timed. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't take out that killer ball.
And here's Rashford. Baron. Can he get on the end of this? Could try cutting inside here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Bellingham. Vids. Now it's Rashford. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Knocks it into space. Odo. Rodri. Now, can they get him away? Chance for a shot! Sticks it away! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with...
Batistuta is on... Big chance! Big relief. It just needed better contact.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Botafogo trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it. But takes a shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Batistuta deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Botafogo appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Rashford, and he's in on goal. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Rashford has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Rijkaard plays it short. Now, who's going to be first to this? Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Couldn't squeeze it through. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Somewhat off target. That's going to go a long way. Marquinhos. Rodri. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Vids. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now it's Bojan. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Looking for options for movement. And Batistuta! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And he's really put himself on the line here.
Veremos uma substituição.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Otto gets it away. Azar. And now a sudden chance to counter. Goes for goal! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, what has happened here? Azar lays it forward. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Koundé wins the duel this time. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
He's in plenty of space here. Gets into some space. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Botafogo clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Robson, and he's had it nicked away. And it's Messi. That's a cute ball. And he's cut it out. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Batistuta! Goal! Botafogo! And the comeback is complete! Botafogo have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution. Good chance here! Rodri gets a foot in here, and he was alert to it. Kimmich. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now. Botafogo nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Kimmich. There's a sharp little ball here. Rijkaard. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Oh, easy pickings there. Olise is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Kimmich. Mbappe. Koundé kept aware. And it is reclaimed easily. Best. Messi. Kane. He's had it taken off him. And that's that. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match as neutral. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play.
And he shoots! Wonderful!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, it's always that bit tougher for a keeper when the underside of the crossbar is in play.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Rashford. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And this is Hazard. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Hazard. He's picked his way through. That has ended up in no man's land. Mbappe. Wirtz. Great vision. Van der Ven spots it and intercepts. Played out to the right. Wirtz. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. And it's Rashford. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And the pass is intercepted. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Knocks it into space. Mbappe has it out. Bellingham! Oh, split-second reaction.
Bellingham actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Rijkaard with the short one. He's had a shot! Corner number 2 then. Rijkaard plays it short. Mbappe! And now a sudden chance to counter. Nicely shaped ball. Xavi Alonso.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's been played through. And here's Wirtz. Rashford is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Threads one in.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Hazard is flagged offside. Hazard. Otto makes the interception. Mbappe. Mateus. Hakimi has it in a wide position. Rashford. Rodri. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And it's Azar. Mignon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. So what can they make of this? Out to the right, Wirtz, and he's managed to get free. Wirtz plays it, he's got full. Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
That's a sharp pass. Mateus. Hazard. Wirtz. And the counter is on. Looking for options for movement. Mbappe. And the shot!
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
Well, that looked very much like a case of stage fright. His job is to steer clear of the keeper.
Looking to play him in, and he's in on goal. And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Played out towards the right wing. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Mateus. Distributed tidily. Swept in. Van de Ven. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Rodri. Mateus can so cleverly bypass the press. Oh, that was vital. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Oh, that's a key interception. All the way back. Rodri. And it's Azar. And he's there to belt it away. Wirtz. Engages and forces him off the ball. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Now it's Rashford. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Chance for a shot!
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Probing pass. Drilled in low. Rodri. Mbappe. Now it's Bellingham. Wirtz. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Hazard. Hakimi. Rodri. That's a cute ball. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And it's made its goes for a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. That is good alertness. Half an hour gone in the second half. Mateus. And Messi! It's in! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
And he welcomes it in. Oh, good chance, surely! Messi! Genius! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Arsenal looking to pass their decent chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. They've done it! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Arsenal could not have picked a better time to snatch a 2-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope...
Oh, that is asking for trouble. And the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And time is up. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Russia.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running. Well, terms like genius and legend are often overused in football, but there is very little doubt that they do apply to this fella, the great Ronaldinho.
One of the best there's ever been, Peter, and always with a smile.
He was born with a football at his chance! And there's an early warning shot across the bow.
Well, the way he set himself up was just so clever. No wonder he's disappointed.
Indonesia with the corner, they're first. And the shot! That's a half-decent try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Just eases him off the ball. Hakimi tries making a foray down the right. Hakimi is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Lewandowski. Xavi Alonso. Ronaldinho. Played in. Terrific header! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Ah, he's... Torres! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Bellingham. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Hazard. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Played into space. Spread neatly. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Mateus. Rijkaard producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. That's a nicely shaped ball. And he's there to belt it away. And it's Bellingham. It's a pretty loose pass. Rijkaard. Bellingham. Some really good ball movement. Xavi Alonso. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Rijkaard. Bellingham. Chiellini deals with that comfortably. And he shoots! Xavi Alonso. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Lewandowski. Bellingham. And he was quick to react. Fernando Torres. Tries to pass it through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Now it's Lewandowski. Oh, he's found support out wide. Fernando Torres. Hernandez, looking for a runner. And he's quick to snatch it back.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Mateus. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ronaldinho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Chiellini. 5 minutes till the break. Has a shot! And for a moment, time stood still. Rijkaard. And it's Azar.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Torres.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Mateus can see things others simply cannot. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Lewandowski. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And it's Fernando Torres, engages and forces him off the ball. Bellingham. Azar. Driving on and making good progress. Hakimi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Out of play for a throw. Played in deep. Oh, important interception. Rijkaard. Mbappe.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
It's Ronaldinho! Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Oh, good-looking ball. Bellingham. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, super find. Just the goal. He's had a shot! He scores! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, nicely intercepted. Hakimi. Nicely weighted ball. It's played through for him. And it's Ronaldinho. He's being urged to shoot. Hakimi. Rijkaard. It's Bellingham. And that has put paid to that. Ronaldinho. Oh, that's a fine interception. Mbappe. That has been slung wide. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Ah, he made it look a bit...
Oh, smashing header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
In progress.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Hernandez. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. And it's Hakimi. Ronaldinho. And Mateus. And that is expertly dealt with. Ronaldinho does well to get it back. Ronaldinho running with the ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Hakimi gets across to intercept that. Here's the return pass. Passing is crisp and sharp. There's the header! And that's a real chance missed.
Oh, that miss could really prove costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those.
Guardiola promptly onto that, and that is that. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Big chance! It's in! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Substitutions taking place.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
He's looking wide. Looking for options for movement.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Van Dijk. And it's Messi.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And no, that was never going to make it. Mateus. Chiellini. Back to the keeper it goes. Casillas sends that a long way. We are into overtime. And that will be it. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable.
Russia against Manchester.
Set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
I think it's Rashford! It's run loose. Oh, what has happened here? Irwin getting this one clear. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Mbappe. Irwin. It's a searching pass. That has been cut short. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Mbappe. Bellingham. Roberto Carlos. Best. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Mbappe. Turns and goes back, shapes to shoot! And it's a goal! There is the breakthrough! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Manchester United finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Best, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Lovely feet. Wirtz does well to get it back. And it's Kaka. Now it's Mbappe. That's a sharp pass. This might spell danger. Marquinhos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And here's Mbappe. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Koku. No, he's not getting past him there. And he cuts out the supply. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Best! It's a loose ball. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Rijkaard attempts a clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Out towards the flank. Last-ditch defend. And the shot! And the ball's come loose. Oh, he's been caught. Real chance! And yes, it's there! Manchester United are back on level terms. Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Manchester United grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Roberto Carlos. Bellingham did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Mbappe. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Best can see things, others simply cannot. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Not the most accurate pass. Irwin goes direct. Roberto Carlos. And here's Messi. He's got away. And they're quick to get it back. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Stood up well to him there. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. He's having a shot! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
That's a good ball out wide. Passing is crisp and sharp. And there's the end of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Now it's Rashford. Well, that looks a decent ball, and he's picked it up out wide. Tries to get it clear. And that's been won straight back. And that has not gone well. Played back. Now he's got space here. Well timed, excellent interception. Vitz. Now Otto. Played back in. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Koku. Rashford just eases him off the ball. And here's Messi. Gets a good foot in there. Rijkaard defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. And he's intervened well there. That's really well cleared. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Otto. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Rashford. He's gone for goal! Expertly cut out, really nicely done. That was very necessary. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. He's through, now is he in? He's been bundled over, that is a foul. The referee's come over, it's a red card. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Well, I suppose the...
Roberto Carlos! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Substitution for Russia.
It's their second corner of the game.
Rodri. Coming on to replace him is number 21.
And it's hoisted clear. And it's Kaka. Mbappe is onto this. Azar. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Roberto Carlos. Azar. Mbappe does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Best. It's a really well-measured ball. Hazard. Mbappe. And the pass is intercepted. Irwin. Best, the specialist in tearing teams apart. And that has left him in a heap. Can he finish? Just not quite happening for him just now.
Manchester United really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Number 22.
So, third corner of the game.
Hazard. Number 23. It's coming on the field.
And it's been taken
Number
short.
14.
Almost
Number
75
9.
minutes on the clock
Messi.
now.
Number 13.
And now they can spring out of defence. Martinelli receives it in a wide position. Good chance here! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Guardiola has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Bellingham. Coming on the field is number 10, Bruno Fernandes.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. And it's made its way to him. Oh, that's nice. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Corner number 2 then. Guardiola plays it short. Mbappe. There's the shot! He's got a goal! And they've got their lead back. That was a given. It always was.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, he's having a go! Good counter, had a lot of people worried.
Yeah, I felt that this was what their opponents were setting up to do, and they got away with that.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting range. Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Oh, Red, nice interception.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
He might be in here! Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Aimed beyond the defence. Goes for a shot! He scores! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. 2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
And that's it. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
The action has already started. We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
I say I wouldn't fancy going eyeball to eyeball with him.
No, I mean, I always like a vociferous keeper, and Oliver Kahn would be perfect for me.
And the counter is on. And that's been won straight back. And it's Bellingham. Well, that has not gone well. Bastoni. Xavi Simons. Looking for the run.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
And the shot! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And here's Wirtz, and he welcomes it in. Expertly cut out. Big chance! He's got away with one